Alright, welcome back. Well, this time I'm going to show you another haul that I've gotten from online. And this one's a little small, but it's an interesting one though. So, look out. Alright, let's check it out. So, I found this on OfferUp online. A bunch of these Xbox 360 games. And the first thing I noticed was somebody put a lot of games online, and one thing I noticed was they had Need for Speed Most Wanted. Now, I've been looking for this game. I used to own this game, but I sold it because I was stupid. I don't know, needed money at the time or something, and I didn't know how rare or hard to find this game is. For some reason, they didn't make too many copies of this game. Need for Speed Most Wanted. One of my favorite Need for Speeds, actually. So, man, then I kind of read the fine print, and it says that the game was brand new. I was like, holy snaps, you know. Not only am I getting Need for Speed Most Wanted, but I'm getting it brand spanking new. So I gotta show you this guy right here. Like, this game came out, wow, well over 10 years ago, and it still has its original wrapping with the Y fold. It has its Microsoft official seal, and you don't see this much, but it has an EA label on there. So I was like, damn. You know, this thing's gotta be worth a fortune. So I looked online. Somebody was selling one of these brand new for about $129.99 on eBay. So we'll see how long. We'll see how much this is worth in the future. But man, I was really happy about this because every time I found this game online, I made an offer to buy from the person. The person would always be like, "Oh, I sold it already," or they never answer. I don't know what the hell. But damn, this makes up for it 100-fold. And oh yeah, I gotta say, I got all these games. I offered the person about $70 for everything. So I've got a total of 4, 8, about 12 games. They even threw in like a memory unit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but hey, at least it's a brand new memory unit. So I thought maybe this person used to work at a game store or something like that. But lo and behold, every last one of the games that this person sold me is still sealed. And mind you that these are one of the first games that came out for the Xbox 360. They were almost like first year launch titles. So, just want to put it out there that a lot of these games actually are worth a hefty amount. Because I Googled a lot of them online. I'm like, damn, a brand new copy is worth well over the price that you paid for them when it first came out. So, once again, let's start from the top. I didn't really care for the memory card, but the person threw it in, so I was like, might as well. I never seen, really the use of this thing because memory cards kind of phased out with the PS2. Yep. That was one of the last systems that actually needed a memory card in order to save your file. I guess this was for, if you wanted to bring some games, or you wanted to bring your save files to somebody else's house to play, then this would be your thing. But man, I think that it really phased out, because I don't even think after the 360 came out, anybody really went over to other people's houses to play video games. I still kind of did it because I like doing it. I like having the person right there so I could talk smack and all that stuff. Play video games all day. But ever since Xbox Live came out, man, that kind of just got rid of all that, you know, sitting on the couch at your friend's place and playing co-op and all that stuff when you can just play online, you know. So, anyways, I have the memory card still in the box, you know. Kind of takes me back into time when I worked at GameStop. Yeah, those were the days. All right. So, once again, Need for Speed Most Wanted. I've got that. This was the main priority. I've been wanting this game forever. When I first bought this game, yeah, maybe after a couple months after it came out, and then I sold it. Come to find out, that thing is worth more than what I sold it for. But now I got it back, and it's worth even more. So I'm really thrilled about. I'm really happy about that. So put this to the side, and second game I see. Now I already have this game, Perfect Dark Zero. I didn't really play it. I didn't really enjoy it. Some people might, find it fun. A lot of people like the one that came out on Nintendo 64. But, hey, it's a sealed copy. It's just a limited edition one. I don't think this was worth a lot, though. Because this was so common. Every time I went to the game store, this was like the number one game that was traded in. I remember at GameStop, at one point, this game was like, literally, you got less than $1 for it. It was like 90 cents, So, it's good to have a sealed copy. This one still has the security stickers on there and everything. This was another one of those launch titles, but it's good to have. I don't think there's too many sealed copies of this game. Or maybe there is. So, another game. Oh my goodness. Ridge Racer 6. Oh my god. I remember this game was like one of the best arcade racers around. It was kind of hard too. Like I remember I had Ridge Racer for PlayStation 1. Man, that game was difficult. Actually, I kind of skipped out on this game, Ridge Racer 6. This is another one of those, like I said, launch games. And actually, this game still has one of these tabs on there. So it might have came from like a Best Buy or something. Or any game, any type of store that actually hung their games on one of these tabs. I actually like these. Because the old school sealed PlayStation games used to have these. So these are pretty cool. Well, not much I can say about it. Like I said, it's a sealed copy. Still has the security label and everything on there. Yeah. Here's another copy I own. Speaking of racing games, there's Project Gotham 3. Now, I've been playing Project Gotham since Project Gotham 1. And I'd say that had to be one of my favorite racing games. One of my favorites. Even before Forza and all that other stuff, this was like the best. It was like the only game out at the time that allowed you to really drift. It had like slide bonus and all that stuff. Before any other game that came out. This was like one of the only games at the time that had drifting in it. So that was cool. Microsoft did really good. This was another launch title. Sealed in box and everything. I own all the Project Gotham series, but it's good to have a brand new one right in front of my face right here. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah. Played the hell out this game. I didn't like part 4 too much, but 1 and 2 was great. 3 was alright, but number 1 will always have a special place in my heart. Because I bought that game out of nowhere. Just like at GameStop, just looking for a random game that was cheap. And Project Gotham was the game. So me and my cousin spent a lot of time playing that. We used to like jam out on Initial D tracks and stuff like that and play Project Gotham. So that was fun. Alright. Here's another one of these games right here. This game is Peter Jackson's King Kong game. So, not much I can say about this game. It's a movie game. A lot of people say they enjoyed it. I never got to play it. You know, for those who like achievements and all that stuff, it's supposed to be an easy 1,000. All you gotta do is beat the game. Well, it's good to have, like I said, another sealed copy. I don't know much about it. So, yeah. So I'm not even going to talk about it that much. Another game that I own, but I had to pick up because it was a brand new copy, was Quake IV. A lot of people, they like Quake. I was never really into the Quake series. I kind of like Doom better. But when I think I started playing this a little bit back then, but I just never really got into it. You know, probably because I was already really late into the Xbox 360, and like trying to play this was, oh my goodness. It was like the graphics was already dated at the time, so I didn't want to play it. I picked this up as well. Amped 3. I don't know much about it. Somebody's trying to sell this online for like $70, so that was pretty cool. A sealed copy. Once again, got the sticker on there and everything. I never really played snowboarding games. I suck at them. Tony Hawk games, the first couple ones were pretty fun, but I didn't really, enjoy them. I think the only game I really enjoyed that was a snowboarding game was one of those games, Extreme or 3 Extreme. Those are cool. I like the fact that it was like road rash. You can like smack people out the way, jump on them and all that stuff to like knock them down. So that was fun. But don't know too much about it. Here we go. Here's a game I never really got around to. Gun. This one is in impeccable condition. It's sealed. There's like no edges that are damaged or any part of the cellophane. Any part of that is still intact. This is good. Oh my goodness. I don't even see this game anymore. So, I don't even know how this game was. It's supposed to be like one of those Red Dead Redemption type of games. So, but I couldn't tell you much about it. It's another game I passed up on. Yep. So if anybody knows, leave a comment. See if it's worth playing or not. Even though I'm not going to open these. Here's a game I don't own, but I beat the hell out of. Condemned. Criminal Origins. This was a scary ass game. So if you like one of these scary jump scare games, man, this is the game. Scared the hell out of me. I think this was probably one of the few games that got me back into the survival horror series over on the 360. That and Dead Space, I believe. But this one was probably the scariest. Yeah, this is probably the scariest game that I've played. But I like this one still has a EB Games stickers on there. So you can tell this is the old school. Sealed copy of Condemned Criminal Origins. Man, you don't see this much. And I remember this game was like, it was only worth $2.99 or something at the stores. So I wonder what a sealed copy is worth now. Man, this was like one of the first games that came out too. Look at that. If you see EB Games on there's no more EB Games. It's like GameStop only. So this is old school. Made by Sega. They did pretty good though with this game. I never got to play part 2. I don't even think I wanted to play because this one scared the hell out of me. I guess the only game on the list that wasn't sealed was Rage. I just took it anyways because I, offered the person the $70 to take whatever that they got. So I don't own the game, so it's good to have. It's supposed to be one of those like Mad Max meets Fallout type of games. I don't know much about it, but I don't know. I've heard some decent things about it. The game's like 2 discs. It's complete in box. Bethesda made it, so it might be good. They make some decent games. Alright. What's next? Here we go. I've got a sealed copy of Cameo. Man, this person must have just bought a ton of these games and never got around to it or something. I don't know what. Because all these games came out around the same time. Look at that. This was another launch title. I never got to play it. It's supposed to be, like a co-op game. I don't think you can even play co-op anymore because they closed the service to this. But then again, they made this what was it? They made this on Rare Replay, so you can get this game plus Perfect Dark on there, all in one on the Xbox One. So anybody that wants to play that, they could jump on there. But like I said, it's good to have. Man, this one is old school. Lastly, like I said, I don't play a lot of Tony Hawk games and stuff, but it's a sealed copy of a dated game. So, what can I say? I picked it up too. I'm looking at the back of it right now. I guess they got bikes on there and skateboarding. But I didn't, I was working at Game Crazy when this came out. And I remember people told me that this wasn't that good. People didn't really enjoy this Tony Hawk game. Well, I think at the time Skate came out and everyone was into that. So they were like, oh, screw Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk's like outdated now, we're going to just play some new shit. So Skate was like the thing. I didn't really like Skate. It was too technical. I tried to play it, but there was too much stuff you had to do. I like the simple stuff. So that wraps it up for all the games that I got. This big stack of games. And a memory card. So that was a pretty good haul. I got it all for $70. $70. Not bad for some sealed games. And I believe just the Need for Speed itself pays for itself. So, pretty happy about that. Not one of the big hauls that I got, but I can't complain. Getting a deal is a deal. That's the number one thing. It's a good thing that a lot of people, they're like trying to clean house or get rid of stuff, or my favorite is like the girl broke up with the boyfriend and I'm selling all his shit and like I'm selling it for cheap because I don't care. I just want it out. Man, those are the best finds. So you always got to look out for those. And whenever you see it up, you got to snatch it up fast because somebody else will. So I missed out on so many opportunities because of that. But this was one of my better hauls. Oh yeah. Well, that about wraps it up. Stay tuned for some more nice pickups that I get in the future, hopefully. And like and subscribe. And I'll put out more stuff when I have a chance. Well, thank you guys for watching. See you guys soon.